songwriting is only half of the story and half of the battle as a creative. Today we're talking about why understanding music publishing is non-negotiable. This is a skill you need to have if you are a songwriter trying to pursue a career. Let's start with some insights on music publishing, which is that you can write the most beautiful or perfect song in the world, but if you don't understand how music publishing works, you're probably not going to get paid what you deserve. Because music publishing is the hidden engine behind your long term income, ownership, and opportunity. And understanding this is non negotiable for any serious songwriter. You can write the biggest hit in the world, but if you don't understand how music publishing works, you will likely not be able to build a sustainable career as a musician. This is why publishing matters. As a songwriter myself, we spend countless hours crafting the melodies, lyrics, and hooks. Work so hard in the studio, late night sessions, collaborating with different people, doing, all of that, making albums, etc. But the true value of those songs and creations lives beyond the studio in music publishing. Publishing is going to determine who gets paid, how much, and for what. Without knowledge of how music publishing works, you risk losing income, control over your art, and creative freedom. Publishing equals power. It's literally the business side of songwriting that ensures your art becomes a sustainable career. Now we're going to talk about what is music publishing really. Music publishing is the management and monetization of your compositions, not the recording, but the song itself, the lyrics, melodies, chord progressions, and hooks. All of that stuff combined will equal the composition, right? And this can be any version of the song, not just the original, but maybe someone else covers your song. You're entitled to music publishing royalties on that. There's a lot of different types of publishing royalties, but the main ones we're going to focus on today are performance royalties and mechanical royalties, and then also synchronization fees. So, a performance royalty is generated when your music is played publicly. This could be radio, a live performance, if someone streams your song on a streaming platform like Spotify, and this provides songwriters with ongoing income from their creative work. Performance royalties are super important to collect globally. With that being said, there's also another type of royalty, which is called a mechanical royalty. Mechanical royalties are earned from the sale of physical or digital copies of your music. Reproductions of a song will generate a mechanical royalty, which ensures that songwriters are compensated fairly. To simplify this, if I see your song on Spotify, I go stream your song, it will generate a performance royalty, which is paid out by your PRO, and a mechanical royalty, which is paid out by a mechanical collection society. And there's a lot of different of those worldwide. Now, which country the person listens to the song in matters because it will generate a mechanical royalty in that country. But on top of that, let's talk about synchronization fees. Let's say you have a record that's doing very well or a record that a lot of brands want to purchase. You're going to get a thing called a synchronization fee. These fees are payments made when your song or music is licensed for use in film, television, or advertising. These fees can be substantial, making them a critical revenue stream for songwriters. I run a publishing company called Elizabeth Music Group, and we focus on sync licensing super heavily. Some of our songwriters have received $20, $30, $40, even $50,000 up front in synchronization fees for a song that maybe never even came out or certainly didn't do well on streaming, but the brand wanted to purchase it. They pay this bigger fee. The short of this is whenever your song is streamed or downloaded, played live or on radio, synced in a film, TV, or ads, sold physically or digitally, printed or performed publicly, you're owed publishing royalties. And without proper administration, you're leaving real money behind. A lot of people think that they're getting paid everything they're supposed to get paid because they've made some income from their song. Maybe you've signed up with ASCAP or BMI and you're collecting some of your royalties. And that's great, but you're leaving a lot of real money behind only registering in that place. There's a lot more places that you're collecting. This is why every songwriter needs to pay attention. There's three main reasons. Number one, you need to pay attention to music publishing to actually get paid. If your music and songs are streaming or performed publicly, but you're not registered with a PRO like ASCAP or BMI and a publisher, your royalties remain uncollected. Proper publishing ensures every cent is tracked and collected globally. There are tons of pay sources that a publisher needs to register. At my company, Elizabeth Music Group, we handle all of these registrations for because every country has different rules, guidelines, and standards that need to be followed. Here's another reason that you need to pay attention to publishing. That is to protect your work. Publishing gives you legal and creative control, deciding who can license your songs, how the splits are managed, and where your work appears. Allowing yourself to be registered for your publishing allows you to approve or deny potential sync placements. For an example here, let's say that you're a songwriter who has recently gone sober, right? You no longer drink alcohol. You may not want an alcohol brand to license your song. If your publishing is unregistered, you may not have the opportunity to deny that. Sometimes they'll reach out to you if you're unpublished. Sometimes they won't. I've seen it happen. You're supposed to reach out regardless, but a lot of times they don't. So if you have your publishing registered, you will now be able to decide who can license that song as well as any of your other collaborators. And that's very important to protect your work and protect your artistic integrity. The other thing why you should be paying attention to music publishing is that this can allow you to create new opportunities. Strong publishing isn't just about collecting your royalties, it's about connection and establishing yourself in the music industry. A good publisher like my company, Elizabeth Music Group, will help you create new revenue and grow your catalog. We do this by pairing our songwriters with other industry producers. We pitch their demos to major labels and their artists. We have a lot of sync licensing opportunities. Just this year alone, we've had millions of dollars worth of briefs that our entire publishing roster gets access to through our exclusive Discord community. Publishing is not optional. A lot of people think it is, but it's not. It's foundational to building a career in music. Music publishing will separate the hobbyist from career songwriters. And if you have your publishing handled, it will provide the infrastructure necessary to register your songs globally, to track and collect royalties, to build partnerships and get more placements and get more songs cut, and to plan long-term creative and financial growth. Understanding publishing is how you're going to turn your creativity and your art into equity. Now we're going to enter Elizabeth Music Group, which is a new model for songwriters. Most publishing companies were built to serve the labels or executives. Elizabeth Music Group was built by me, a songwriter, for songwriters. EMG helps creators understand their rights through education and empowerment. We help you collect every publishing dollar that you're owed, and we also offer a lot of advice on the other dollars that you're owed and how to help you build a business in the music industry. We allow you to access creative and sync opportunities through our exclusive Discord community. This is important because most publishers are going to tell you that they're going to give you access to these opportunities and they're going to help you grow your career and they're going to connect you with this person and you're going to pitch songs for this album and whatever. What ends up happening is once you sign, they ignore your messages. They never actually provide you any of those opportunities they promised. At my company, every single member of our roster is able to join our Discord community. And in there, every opportunity we have in sync creative pitching songs is in there. You can see it anytime, and it is completely free for you to submit to any of these opportunities. You contact me or our team, and you send us the stuff, and we pitch that, and we submit that, and it costs you nothing. This is regardless of if you are the biggest, hottest artist and songwriter on our roster, or you haven't had a big song in 5 years. Most publishers kind of focus on their top talent, and that is it from a revenue standpoint. We believe in empowering and growing with creatives, so everybody has access to those creative and sync opportunities. And Elizabeth Music Group also helps people build catalogs that grow over time. We have clients who have wanted to start releasing their own music, whether that be instrumental music or as an artist. We've helped them do that. We have songwriters who've wanted to start building a sync catalog, so we've helped them create sync-friendly music. And to simplify, Elizabeth Music Group is publishing reimagined for the modern creative, for the modern musician, by a modern musician. And these are some of the things that really make us different. Transparency first. In our agreements, there's no hidden terms or confusion. We clearly explain royalties, splits, and the deal structure so you stay empowered. We answer every question. We don't hide behind the industry jargon and that a lot of other publishers do. We're super transparent. We're super clear. That's what we believe in. We also offer education and support. Our Discord community, in addition to offering those creative opportunities, we offer a lot of educational resources and weekly team support to help our writers grow. You're able to access us every single week and talk to us. Most people, when they sign to a publisher, get an email. And you can just send an email to your publisher and they respond in like 6 to 8 weeks if they actually even respond, because a lot of times they don't respond. And when they do respond, you get a copy paste generic response. At my company, Elizabeth Music Group, you're able to talk to our team in real time. You're able to call us, you're able to text us, you're able to email us and get quick responses, even message us in Discord. And we believe in helping our songwriters, our musicians grow. That's pretty rare. A lot of publishers don't actually do that. They want you to do all the growth, and then they just come in, help you collect your money, and that's it. We also offer creative collaboration. Our songwriters are matched with producers and artists for co-writing and development across the roster. This allows you to network with people that otherwise might have been inaccessible and work on opportunities that you might not have had otherwise. We also offer monthly payments. Unlike most publishers that pay semi-annually, which means twice a year, or quarterly, which is 4 times a year, my company, Elizabeth Music Group, pays royalties every month we receive them for your catalog. You're able to get paid a lot faster than at the standard publishing company. This is important because it allows you to put money back in your pocket and you can reinvest and do whatever you believe best with that money. Sync licensing, as I mentioned before, and our sync opportunities is a huge focus for Elizabeth Music Group. Clients who have signed to us for publishing have landed sync placements with companies like Netflix, GQ, Six Flags, Oreos, and the BET Awards, along with many more. That's great. Sync licensing is super lucrative, and it's a revenue stream that I think more musicians should have. The other thing that we do that's very different is that you get your own cutting-edge royalty portal that will include full catalog analytics and downloadable royalty statements. Most publishers hide a lot of this information. They don't give it to their writers, they don't give it to their producers, they don't give it to their artists. At Elizabeth Music Group, we give you access to all of the analytics, all of the data as soon as we receive it. A royalty portal that you can log into anytime. And EMG has a lot of sync access and writer-friendly deals. Here's our sync access, and what makes us different in this space is that Elizabeth Music Group and myself maintain relationships with sync agents and supervisors, which give your songs real chances to be licensed in TV, film, and advertising. A lot of publishers aren't sync focused. Before starting my publishing company, I spent a decade as a producer and a sync composer. I've built a lot of relationships over my decade-long career in sync, and I've leveraged those relationships to provide opportunities to my publishing roster. Most publishers just get sent a generic email that gets sent to every publisher, all of the opportunities. At my company, we're super targeted on the opportunities that we're accepting and giving to our roster. All of these briefs are coming direct from source, and a lot of times they're only being sent to us and a couple other people. There's a lot less competition. We also offer writer-friendly deals. Our deals are flexible and transparent. There's no predatory terms. Everything is super clear, and our deals are structured to evolve with your career. This approach to our deals allows you to be empowered and build catalogs with longevity and creative control. That's rare. A lot of publishers take away a lot of your creative control. I believe that as a musician, you should maintain full creative control over your career for the entirety of it. And we have real results and real musicians. Songwriters who have signed to Elizabeth Music Group have contributed to major releases and collaborations with so many major record labels. They've also landed high-profile sync placements like the ones I mentioned before. And a lot of our writers have also made a focus in working on international projects. For instance, we have a lot of producers and songwriters who are based in Nigeria, and they work a lot in the Afrobeat space. But since then, they've also been able to expand their reach and their potential beyond just Afrobeats and start working on some other international projects. Some of these guys have worked with people in the UK or people in the United States, etc. There's a lot of opportunity to become global here, which is different. But the biggest result that you get from being with Elizabeth Music Group is going to be creative empowerment. Songwriters at Elizabeth Music Group gain clarity, control, and confidence, understanding how to manage their publishing, build a career that lasts. Here are the final thoughts. As a songwriter, you should write with heart and passion, but you need to protect with strategy. Songwriting is your art, but publishing is your business and is crucial to building a career. If you want to build a real, long lasting, sustainable career, you must know how your music earns income, how to protect it, and who to trust it with. Whether you're just starting out or expanding your catalog and have a ton of hits, you need to learn how publishing works and then partner with the right team, like Elizabeth Music Group. And then you want to turn your songs into long term assets. Songwriters work so hard to get these songs and they come out, and you never collect on it properly. And I see so many songwriters doing it wrong. Songwriting is your superpower, but publishing is your protection. Publishing is the infrastructure that allows you to build a career in music that lasts, and it allows you to continue writing songs professionally for a very long time. If you master both of these things, songwriting and publishing, you can build something that lasts.